Hi, and welcome to Guide to Social Security, Part 3. Hopefully you've enjoyed Part 1 and 2. If not, I hope you'll go back and enjoy those because they will be very helpful to you. There's a lot that you need to know and learn about Social Security, how to impact and maximize the income that you receive from it, but also try to minimize the tax impact on your Social Security, other income, and Medicare costs. Now, today we're going to start with 4 basic types of Social Security, okay? So, number 1 is what you really think of about Social Security is the retirement side of it. And what am I going to get for income? When am I going to get it? What is the amount going to be and all that? But there's other factors that you need to consider. Spousal benefits. If you are married, you need to make your Social Security decision based on how that will impact your spouse and what they will receive and how they can then maximize their income as well as yours. So the spouse that has less working years and less credits can actually, if you take your Social Security at the right time and wait till full Social Security, and they draw theirs, they can draw an increase on theirs by drawing a spousal benefit off of yours and combine that with what theirs is, and they can get up to about half of what your Social Security is. So if yours is like $2,800 a month, then maybe they can get close to $1,400 a month if the strategy has been well thought ahead and you do it the right way. Can you claim Social Security if you have not worked? Well, yes, if you claim off of a spousal, especially, that can be very, very helpful. So again, knowing the rules and who can draw and how long you've worked and if you're married, all these things are interrelated. If the spouse that hasn't worked much and doesn't have much for credits wants to get the highest amount, in other words, draw off the higher working spouse, then they need to wait and not claim their Social Security again until the higher working spouse has waited till at least full retirement age in order to do that. Also, you need to make sure that you understand that you can't grow spousal benefits. Whatever you get when you get that amount, that's it, okay? So again, but there are ways to maximize your combined income if you're a married couple, and getting help with that and knowing the facts can really help you not make big mistakes that can't now be undone. Now, that's typical Social Security income, but also let's talk about a divorced spouse, because there are benefits that they can claim as well. If you were married 10 plus years and that spouse is now retirement age and drawing their Social Security, even though you are now divorced, you do have access to draw off of theirs. And so even if you have been remarried yourself, or even if you've been divorced for a long time, as long as you were married for 10 plus years, then that's important to know. Also, you got to make sure that your ex-spouse is at least 62 years or older, and even better to maximize your amount if they are full retirement age. And so the other benefit or thing that you need to consider is to make sure that you wouldn't want to draw off theirs unless that would be an increase to you. So if your ex-spouse benefits are less, then there's not any great advantage to that. You need to just draw off your own. So again, look at the combination though and see what is the most effective way to maximize your income even though you've been divorced. Number 3 up here is disability. And there are millions of Americans, I think I read where it might be over 8 million Americans that are now getting some kind of disability Social Security benefit. So understanding how that works and how you qualify and how much you might be entitled to is really, really important. Along with social supplemental income it's the largest assistance program. So again, understand when you qualify for benefits and how it is, and it's not uncomplicated, and it can take some time, but if you are a worthy candidate, it can also be very worthwhile. It might be something that you want to solicit somebody else, an expert's help in, to help you get to that benefit more quickly. You do have to meet the medical criteria. The forms are long, they're cumbersome, it's not easy, but it can be well worth it in the end. The third kind of benefit from Social Security is what we call a survivor benefit. And so in some cases, somebody has worked, has qualified for all these Social Security benefits, but then unfortunately has passed away, and they have survivors. And so it can be survivors of workers that are still working and also, or was working, and now also retirees. Most common is widows or widowers of the now deceased person. They can benefit from this program, and depending on their age, they may need some additional help and may want that, be entitled to that as a survivor, and so that can be a big help to now a person that's left behind. And then also even divorced spouses that maybe their ex-spouse has passed away now, they may be eligible for some of those survivor benefits that are part of that program. And then children. We often don't think about this, but children of people who have benefits that they're entitled to but have passed away, the children can then benefit even at a very young age and receive some type of disability payment that again is part of the Social Security umbrella. And knowing what the rules are and making sure that you get to talk to the right people and get the information, you don't want to be leaving benefits on the table that you and your family are entitled to. Even a survivor again of a divorced spouse, you can have benefits that you're entitled to. So knowing the facts, getting the information can mean money that you're going to likely need and benefit from. Now, the fourth type of benefit that we get from Social Security is what we call Supplemental Security Income Benefits, SSI. Perhaps you've heard that phrase. What is SSI? If you are unable to earn sufficient wages because of a disability or some other incapacity, then you may be entitled to SSI benefits, and you probably will need them if you can only earn up to a certain amount, and then you're unable to actually provide for yourself without SSI. Then you need to look into this, and you need to understand that they're going to look at your disability, they're going to look at your location, they're going to look at your work history. There's a lot of information here. Again, I think it's a great idea if you can reach out to someone who really on a regular basis helps people with this, then you might get to that benefit more quickly, because you have to have a lot of patience and can take a lot of time, and a lot of forms have to be done over and over again. So again, understand that Social Security isn't just something for retired people when they're in their 60s. There's a lot of different programs that are part of Social Security. Regular retirement, spousal benefits to those that are now divorced, also disability, social supplemental security, survivor benefits. There's a lot involved. Now, what I want to end on in this section is just to kind of talk about some of the 2020 updates that we've been reading about. We've seen in a magazine called Advisor News, and they've just kind of broken it down. And one of the things is that for this year, there's been an increase of 2.8%, which is really good, because there have been plenty of years that there was little to no increase in your Social Security benefit. Please do know that it is eligible to receive one each and every year, but it's not guaranteed. But at least it tries to keep up with some of the inflation that's going on in your retirement years. So 2.8%, and the average person that is getting some type of Social Security benefit this year is getting an increase of about $24 per month for the year. We don't know how it's going to look next year. You need to stay tuned, keep your eye to the ground, and make sure that you get the information. Also, do understand that the payout that you can get at full retirement age has increased by another $150. So it's now over $3,000, I think $3,011 that you can receive if you've had enough working credits at just full retirement age. So if you wait a little bit longer, it can even be more, but that increase is pretty significant, another $150. Also, the full retirement age continues to be stepped up later in years. So if you are wondering what your full retirement age is, you really need to get on a site and begin to look, because it kind of gets complicated. If you are turning 62 this year in 2020, then your full retirement age is 66 and 8 months. I actually turn 62 next year, and so I know mine is 66 and 10 months. So again, the ball is being pushed further down the field for younger generations, and that's because of the amount of money that we have for Social Security and the need for it to be stretched a little bit greater. And so it's not the same age for everybody. Now, also understand that one other change this year is that the disability increase, there was a maximum on that, and now that's been increased another $40 a month, which is pretty significant that you can receive up to that amount. And if blind, then up to $70 more per month as an increase. So that, again, is a great benefit to the people that deserve that and need that. So I hope this has been helpful to you, and we have enjoyed putting on this presentation of the three sessions, if you will, of your guide to Social Security. We hope it's been helpful. If there are remaining questions, please seek out a professional that can help you with those, and best of luck.